It's the TheKetsup Plays! I did a oopsie boodle.
On yourself?
Sort of. So what happened was, I live in a house and it's like a first story and you can see all the, where my window is, there's a street but not really many cars go in that street. It's pretty empty. But there's an old lady that comes up and down and she just looks around and she can look straight into my window. And I've got tired of her, so I stopped, I've ignored it and I still do my business when she might look in. And so was it a week ago, all my clothes are dirty. I had to wash. And I had this one pair of underwear that's super tight that I've had since middle school.
Okay.
So it barely fits. So it's like a fight. I have to fight my genitals to fit in there. So I get that. I'm doing that and I realize my window's open and she's looking at me do this the whole time.
Oh,
and
just staring in, eh?
She's staring in and she looks upset for obvious reasons. But I realize she's not upset because of that. She's upset because, and I didn't notice this, I could see my neighbor's place and they have bushes, but there's a part that's dying. Their kids are playing. They're playing. And I'm there just fighting with my genitals, get in there, damn it. And I was like, why is she looking at the neighbors and then me? And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, you gotta...
The day the TheKetsup couldn't get his boys into his pants.
I had them since middle school, so they're old. I should throw them away. But
probably.
Yeah.
Why don't you do that right after this?
Nah, you don't know. Emergency.
Throw your underwear away.
They're my last minute underwear.
Throw them away.
I have another pair where the elastic comes down, so sometimes when I'm walking, the underwear goes down to where my ankles should be, but in my pants.
Okay, you need to throw all of these away, and you need to buy some new underwear. Please.
But I don't want to.
And also, my name is TORMENTAL. This is TheKetsup, and he's still drunk despite all his.
No, I'm still sober. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
still
sure.
Quite sober.
Sure.
I only had half a bottle of gin.
Sober people throw out underwear when they don't need it.
That's what you say.
Oh, man. So good luck to you with whatever role you got.
So we're just going to ignore that potentially I might be a flasher.
Okay, yeah.
And I might have...
I didn't record the story.
Oh, no.
Just the aftermath, so...
Well, whatever. I'm keeping it. So potentially...
What happened was he flashed some children. But that's
I was in my house, so it's totally normal.
Yeah, the children had come over trying to sell cookies, and he took them in and flashed them.
My gown, I was wearing a dress. Just the wind came up and blew my skirt up, and I wasn't wearing underwear because I'm like that. I don't believe in underwear.
You don't believe in it like it doesn't exist, or what?
Nope, like the Tooth Fairy, just not not existing.
Oh man, you've never had phantom underwear pains? Or...
No. I mean, you're born without it, so why do you need it?
That's right.
If you came out with little undies, then I get underwear, but there's no point.
Oh, God.
If you wipe well enough, you don't need underwear.
Catsup, please.
If you wipe... Ketsup, please.
Catsup, please. Catsup, this is a highbrow channel, if you know. Insert classical music here.
So... Oh,
yeah,
anyways, right. my window happened to be open for Tormental's audience because I'm keeping it, and the people saw me putting my underwear on or trying to fit my penis inside of it because
right.
They were
his massive
schwang, just huge.
It was like a shawarma, that schwang.
Yeah, it stinks like it too.
Oh God, why?
It's drippy and everything.
This wouldn't happen if you didn't have sex with shawarma. Stop ordering takeout.
It feels so good.
Oh, God.
And you got a snack for afterwards.
Oh, God. What? The shawarma or the penis? But yeah.
It's kind of hard to eat your own penis, don't you think?
Probably.
At least you start choking and just.
Well, I mean, if you're getting into that position in the first place, you probably aren't choke prone. I don't know.
I tried to do that as a kid. You know that
Oh,
position
really?
where
Well,
you sit down and you're
Is this another story?
No, well, this is just a thing I try to do as a kid where you sit down and you're like, yeah, why not? Give it a shot. And you just start bending your head down a little too far.
Oh, God.
And that's when I learned about you can pull your back.
That's when you learned about crapping yourself until you die. Till actual death.
So.
Oh, the cats. Tell me a story about your past that's totally wholesome and unoffensive. Or inoffensive, I should say.
Inoffensive. Okay. Let's see. Whew, there's a lot of offensive ones.
Just something totally innocuous and pleasant. Like the time you rescued a baby kitten.
I did do that once, actually.
Okay, tell us about when you rescued a baby kitten, and if it has a terrible ending, omit that.
No, there was a baby kitten. It lived outside our house, and then we just took care of him. And I called him Mr. White because he was all white.
Now, was this before or after Breaking Bad?
This was after Breaking Bad.
Okay.
And I found him a home, and he still remembers me.
Aw.
So yeah, he's a cute cat. He loves people.
I get the distinct feeling that technically we should probably end the video there. Oops.
Oh,
I died protecting somebody.
You died protecting me. Ah.
Oh, okay, good.
Well,
I protected you.
Yeah, it was me all along.
Oh.
I was in your heart the whole time.
See what happens? You tell a nice story about protecting a kitten, and suddenly I save you instead of killing you like I did in the last round.
Yeah, but now you're dead.
Yeah, but that's okay, because I took someone with me. So you didn't realize my name was Freeballin' when we're talking about putting on underwear?
No, there it is, freeballing. So that was my wholesome story. I saved a kitten.
Aw. And there's not going to be any jokes about for lunch or anything like that.
Nope.
That's it.
Nope, he has a home, and that's about it. I would have taken him, but I already have 2 cats at the time, so I have 1.
Well, I had, there was this Cocker Spaniel that was walking down the road, and naturally, I'm like a animal magnet for displaced animals that need to suck someone's money out through their ass. So this Cocker Spaniel comes strolling down my driveway right up to my house, right up to me, and his ears are like bricks. And the reason his ears are like bricks is because they've been dangling in his food for years. So they're like rock hard, like cement. So whoever has been keeping him, has not been, doing any maintenance of this dog. So I take him in, go get the vet to cut the ear hair off, shave all that shit out and everything. And found a home for him, and that's just going to be a nice story, too. And he would remember me every time I'd see him at the vet's office. Like, when the new owner would come in, he would, be like, oh, it's you.
Oh, heartfelt. Well, speaking of which, now that I think about it, here's something that's not so heartfelt.
Uh-oh. Fuck-a-doodle-doo.
So, this cat was so nice and well-behaved, and after I found him a home and everything, I came to think, did I just accidentally give somebody else's cat away?
Well, that's fine, because if you found it out bedraggled and homeless, even if it had a home, they weren't doing anything with it.
That's true. He looked a little dirty. He would just come into my house, and he'd just be like, just hang around. I'm like, what are you doing here, cat? And he'd just hang out. And I was like,
you'd be like, got any grapes?
And my one of my cats, she doesn't like new people or new things, so I have to move him to another spot because she would attack.
Right.
But so yeah, my thought was I think I just gave somebody's cat away. Whoops.
Well, when the Cocker, and this is like a give and take conversation, I guess. I don't want to keep directing it back, but that Cocker Spaniel, I had a couple dogs too at the time, and so they decided to attack him at one point. One got the leg, the other got an ear. Yeah. So I, quickly rushed and broke that up. He wasn't permanently injured, anything like that. It was just one of those moments that was harrowing, oh my god. But while I'm trying to get the dogs off him, and I'm screaming, get off him! Stop it! Get off him! And the dog's going, oh, like that. While I'm doing that, I see, right within eye line, my neighbors, the entire family, come out their front door, walk past where I am, not look, get in their car, and go off to what they were doing. And I'm like, you motherfuckers! You sons of bitches!
I probably would have done that.
I was like, I'm thinking to myself, I fucking saw that.
Well, you don't know the context. What if they're like, maybe, I don't know. If I saw some guy yelling at a dog and I don't know the context.
On the ground. I'm on the ground, full body on the ground, prying, fighting dogs apart, getting, bitten up myself, and I'm going, get them!
You probably shouldn't have been naked. That's the worst part.
Well, I was naked and I was oiled up, for unrelated reasons, but no.
Yeah, that's...
So I'm like, well, that's an interesting thing. I know who I can't rely on in this neighborhood. Thank you.
I am not a reliable. I ignore it. I'm like, I just ignore it. No, my neighbors like argue all the time. Who is she? And the guy's like, stop hitting me! And I'm like,
jeez.
And I'm like,
God damn.
It's 3 a.m, so I think I'm gonna just try to sleep this off.
And then you hear the gunshots, and you're like, well, no holes in my walls.
No, that's just fireworks. Early 4th of July.
So there goes the jester. She successfully got herself hung.
Oh, poor cat. With his stupid tail. It doesn't work.
It's crying because no one else will take it in with that stupid tail.
Speaking of weird cats, my uncle's cat is a werewolf cat.
Oh, one of those big, weird-looking ones?
I think it's called like a Lyoki cat or something like that. It just...
Aren't they really oily or no?
Oh, they are. Like, sort of. It's like they're like those bald cats, but they have some hair.
Right.
So when you pet them, it's like petting like an old person's weird, oily body. It's really uncomfortable to pet them.
And you would have experience with that how?
Well, anyways, so their skin's super loose because they're cats and all that. But they're cute, and I call him Remy because he looks like a rat. But they are not fun to pet. Ugh.
I would imagine not.
They're like if you were petting a slightly furry foreskin. It's just not.
Oh,
it's just.
And
not,
again, you would know this how.
Well, the experience from personal stuff, but yeah, it's just not a. That's not a fun cat to pet.
Speaking of foreskin, that Will just said, "I'm a big fat hairy mole doctor."
Oh yeah, did he now?
Yeah, I think he might be listening to us. All right, so hopefully the jester killed an evil person. I don't know.
Hey, does anyone stream Town of Salem? Wouldn't it be hard because people could just kind of give all the information away?
Yeah, there's a huge problem with that. Oh, good, it was werewolf. But, yeah, I mean, people who stream Town of Salem, they have to put shit on their screen, like covering certain things and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
And people, figure it out anyway, and it's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
But, people want to enjoy it, so they, I guess, try to have a good time.
Yeah. Going back to foreskins, anyway. Got rid of mine a long time ago.
Back to the foreskin. I think that was... wasn't that your indie film project you wanted to get going?
No, that was the next Star Wars movie coming out.
Ah, okay. Okay. Oh, Jesus. So here's a question for you.
Yes. 8 inches.
How much did it rain there during El Nino? There you go.
El Nino.
8 inches.
Okay. 8 inches, yeah. It was quite a bit. I think it might snow tonight. That's what they said.
And if anybody out there is waiting for TheKetsup to say El Nino is Spanish for the Nino, he has already said that.
Without us recording, yeah.
Yeah, he's already pulled that ridiculous, awful joke.
Oh. All the other things I've said. Oof. That's the one thing you mentioned.
Why are they hanging the survivor? That's what I'd like to know. Because right now there's, 2 serial killers, and there's, I think, 2 town members. So, really, they should not be going after the survivor, but apparently they are. Because the serial killers, being 2 serial killers, they probably are going to kill the 2 last town members tonight. And we both lose. God damn it! Jonathan Corwin says burner with fire. Why would you?
Who's Jonathan whatever?
Jonathan Corwin is King Pooper.
Oh, yeah.
That's your name, buddy.
I didn't even know my own name.
Yeah.
Just like when I was a kid, it took me like until I was 5. Like, oh, that's me you've been calling. Okay.
Oh, I'm motherfucker. Okay. I got it. Well, they killed the survivor for no reason, but that's all right.
She had shifty eyes.
You, you're racist against people with black hair.
With people with shifty eyes?
Yeah, people with shifty eyes.
It's like, you're racist against people who look nervous like they just murdered somebody.
Yeah, that's an actual condition.
It's like...
It's called murderitis.
It's like that. There's blood on your shirt. Oh, what do you think? He murdered somebody? That's just a part of its culture.
Yeah, it's stop culturally appropriating by bleeding all over him.
There's a knife there. Yeah, just... So what? He needs it for medical reasons.
Yep. Stop oppressing the differently ventilated.
Some people just need extra holes.
Yep. Oh, man. I don't know. I don't think we can top what we've already said so far.
About foreskins.
Yeah, I mean, there's no coming back from foreskin. I mean, obviously.
May the foreskin be with you.
Apparently not. Because in this culture, apparently it's okay to genitally mangle... What is it? Genital... What is it? Mutilation. Genitally mutilate male children. That's what the big to-do is on the interwebs.
Yeah.
What about male genital mutilation? Well, at least you don't... I know that, this is an issue that people actually care deeply about, but my thought is, at least you don't remember it, whereas in the cultures that do that to women, they fucking remember it, because they're a lot older.
Oh, man, I had a professor at one point just start talking about male genitals and mutilating and all that. It went on for almost the whole class. Like, he was that passionate about it.
And this was like this was like a math course, right?
No, we were discussing, it was like a history class, and we were covering that, and then he's just like, in different cultures and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, are we just talking about penises for this whole class? Like, all right, I guess that's,
well,
sure. I hated that guy. He made us buy his book.
Dr. Schlangenschmidt, please call me Dick. But yeah. Made you buy his book, huh?
Yeah.
That is such a fucking scam, those books.
Oh, college is a giant scam. It's like, oh yeah, buy my book and you can't sell it again. So I had one guy, it was a psychology class, and what he did was you had to buy his book and then you had to rip out the pages you got the notes from and staple it to your paper.
What the fuck?
Yeah, so again, you can't sell it. So next year, whoever buys it, they have to buy the damn book again. And I was like, this is the scammiest bullcrap I've ever dealt with. And he's like, well, you need to highlight where you got the notes, blah, 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 where you read it, and then tear it out and staple it. So he was just kind of like, yeah, you just have to highlight, and you just see your highlights, and then blah, blah. So I know you're paying attention. I'm like, oh, you...
Yeah, I just went through the normal thing of buying the books and then the professor never having us crack them open. Never using them. So I was like,
yeah,
great, thank you.
I did the normal thing of just sleeping with the teacher, getting the A. My butt hurt for a bit, but it happened.
Giving some A to get an A.
Yeah.
So
imagine giving some A to get that D, though.
Well, in the end, you get an F, but yeah. You get F at least.
Yeah, I got it. Okay.
The thing is, what just happened in this game is that they hung the sheriff because the one town member didn't believe they were the sheriff.
Yeah.
So the 2 serial killers and a town member, all 3 of them voted a town member. It's like, did you not realize you had 2 other votes for him that had to be the serial killers?
So they have 2 serial killers and 1 non-killer.
Right.
Oh, wow, this guy's boned.
Yep.
I'm guessing it's Mai again, because she has a history of being evil.
Well, she's actually the one town member who voted up her fellow town member.
Still don't trust her.
Because, I mean, you're new to the game, and also you're not paying attention to anything.
Or Nikki with that evil-looking elf. He's covered in blood. He has an elf covered in blood. It's Nikki. How has no one noticed that? You got Nikki
How has nobody noticed this elf covered in blood?
And a werewolf.
What happened to this elf?
I mean, sure, the werewolf might be rehabilitated, and he's like, look, that was a part of my past. I'm a changed man now. But that elf is clearly covered in blood.
It's like she ran it over on the way to Salem today. It's just following her to try to get its bike back from her grill.
He's like, help me, get me to the doctor.
Saz is going to be plenty mad if I don't come in for work.
What is he sound Hispanic?
Oh, God. But anyway.
Let's ignore that.
The last town member should have realized that when there were 2 other votes for somebody, they should have realized that's the 2 serial killers voting.
Well, you know how I feel about my. So I'm just happy she's getting it.
You're racist. Again, a woman with black hair.
Hey, I love women, brunettes and all that. I just there's her face.
I love brunettes and all that other shit.
All the things with the soft bits and the squishies. I love all that.
Sure.
Drippy squishies.
Women are more than squishies. They're also brains. Well, wait, the brains are squishy.
That's squishy, yeah. It's everything. All the good stuff in life is squishy.
True. What about the bricks that build your home?
If they were made out of gel, it'd be better.
I fail to see how.
Serial killer wins.
Yay!
Still, I knew it was that elf. I was looking at him the whole time, and I'm like, he's suspicious with the blood and such.
I knew it was the elf, the person's pet. Yeah. All right. Well, I don't know. Do you want to keep going, or do you think that's about it?
I gotta shower and stuff.
Okay. All right. Good time to stop, I think.
Yeah. I stink. All right.